Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. I've been spending my evening listening to the battle royale between Lev Parnas and Ben Meiseles. Lev Parnas is the host of a show called Lev Remembers, and if you recall from the last decade, he was also involved in the campaign against Ukraine by working with Rudy Giuliani and trying to get dirt on the Biden family. In fact, I think he ended up apologizing to Hunter Biden. He did a lot of damage and he was MAGA. And after listening to Lev spout so much BS, I'm embarrassed for his son. And I'm sure that, his son will feel some compassion for his dad, but he's acting like a mobster. Everything that he was beefing about was just really a mixture of too much personal, and his concern for Ukraine is fabulous. We care about Ukraine. I do. I think any smart American does. And I would like to see more coverage. And I think Lev has done a great job in covering Ukraine because he knows all the characters. As he's often says, he's been in the room with them, with Trump and the rest. He knows them. He knows Giuliani. He knows what fools they are. But sometimes Lev is a fool too. And we love him for what he's doing, but he's really hurting. He's just hurting things right now. And maybe not. He's generating controversy. I'm here talking about it. And as you know, I'm the author of Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins, which you can get at Amazon.com. And I believe in a strong democracy. And in my writing, I talk about how hidden chemical toxins, pesticides, forever chemicals, substances in our drinking water so profoundly affect our health, and we're not being told about it. That's about democracy too. I work in legal advocacy. I thought Ben Meiseles responded very well to everything Lev said. What I liked about Ben is he didn't really have a beef. He didn't know that Lev was so angry about Michael Cohen or just distrusted him. And Lev's distrust of Michael Cohen, who, as you know, also I think was one of the most instrumental people in getting Trump elected the first time by participating in the Stormy Weathers cover-up. I think he was horrible in that way. And I think his testimony and redemption was probably more because he got caught and had no choice. I distrust anyone like Lev and Michael. I just trust them both. They're both convicted felons, as far as I think the record is. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'll correct it. But I believe both have been convicted. Well, I know Michael has, and I'm pretty sure Lev has too. I think they both have. I don't trust them. I think they were both misdirected. I never wanted to see Trump. I didn't want to be near him. That doesn't take a high IQ either. It takes a moral compass, though, which these two folks had lost. Maybe they've got it back. I don't know. So when those two are arguing, it's like, have fun. But the beef that Lev apparently has with Cohen takes us to a third podcast host, Tara Palmieri, who I think has done an incredibly good job on just in general broadcasting, but also particularly with the Epstein file. She brings a lot of interesting information. I think she's pretty straightforward on it too. But when she was questioning Michael Cohen when he was on the show, she thought, or it seemed to be going in a direction where she thought Michael had actually done some work in shielding Trump from potentially someone whom he had abused sexually. And Cohen was adamant in saying it didn't add up, but Palmieri did a good line of questioning. And when the show ended, you had to really wonder who was right. Either one of them could have been right, which means that Lev took it as, hey, I think Cohen is defending Trump now or dissembling. Well, Cohen was the attorney for Trump, and so he might be governed by somewhat of by attorney-client privilege still, even though I believe he's been disbarred, 99% sure. Well, so that may be part of it. And Lev says that when it comes to Trump and Epstein, Cohen has no memory. I think Cohen often gets it wrong, by the way. I think his judgment is just off.